welcome to my channel. Hey if you're new, and welcome back if you're a subby. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about things that every freshman should know before high school. Listen, I just graduated high school, so I think I know a little bit of something when it comes to high school, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and join the fam. And yeah, let's get into this video. The first thing that I want you guys to know is that high school is not like High School Musical, okay? We don't have cheerleaders walking around in their cheer stuff unless it was like game day or something. We don't break out into song. Not everybody, it's not like athletes at one table, the geeks in another table, the losers in one table, the band people in one. It's not like that at all. It's like a mix, okay? Not everyone just sits with their groups, I guess. My next piece of advice is that some of your friends from middle school are not going to be your friends in high school, okay? That summer between 8th grade and 9th grade, a lot of people change. A lot of people act brand new. Like, it's just bound to happen. And sometimes your best friends that you thought you were gonna have in middle school, not gonna be your best friends come September. That's all I have to say. Keep your circle of friends small. This is a very big piece of advice because you don't want everybody in your business. You don't even want to have 10 people in your business. You just want to have those 2 or 3 close friends that you could tell everything to, or just tell certain stuff to. You just don't want people all up in your business because that can get very annoying, and that could start rumors, and that could just start a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be started at all. My next piece of advice is that the schoolwork isn't bad. You just have to pay attention and ask questions. Like, if you don't understand what 2 + 2 is, ask your question. If you just pay attention, bend down, and do your work, you should be fine. My next piece of advice is try and take additional advanced classes as you progress in high school. And what I mean by that is that, like, your 9th grade year, you could have like all regular classes and stuff like that. That's fine. But when you're going to your 10th grade year, try and take like an honors class or 2. Then when you go to your junior year, try and take like a GT class or an AP class. And when you're in your senior year, you may want to dial back on that just because you don't want to have that much on your plate. Or you may want to take 3 APs and all GT classes. Like, it all depends on you, on how you feel. But that's just what I mean when I say take advanced classes as you progress. My next piece of advice is that high school and middle school is the same, okay? The only difference is that you're more independent and you have more classes. And when I say this is because in middle school you may only have like 5 classes or so, and then you come to high school you might have 7 or 8, and you're more independent. Your parents trust you more because you're like in high school now, you're taking on this new responsibility type thing. So that's just the only difference, in my opinion, that I see when I see someone move from middle school to high school, that you're more independent and you just have more classes. That's it. My next piece of advice is learn to differentiate the difference between a friend and an acquaintance. A friend is someone that you can tell like your business to and not have to worry about hearing it from someone you don't even know. And an associate is someone that, like, you know, but like you wouldn't tell your business to. You feel me? Like, you would be walking in the hallway and say, hey, hi, how you doing? Like, and keep it pushing. You feel me? That is the difference between a friend and an associate. Don't get those two crossed up. My next piece of advice is don't rush into relationships, okay? High school is a time when you're trying to figure out who you are, trying to figure out what you want for yourself in the future, trying to figure out who you want in your circle and who you want to carry with you into your next phase of your life. And I just don't think that a relationship is doing you any good. I mean, yes, some people may argue that it's teaching you what you want to know about relationships in the future, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But to me personally, it just wastes your time, and you just like you distract yourself. You feel me? Like, some people can handle that. Like, props to you, you can handle that. But some people cannot handle that. You have to spend time with this whole other person. You have to give your time to this whole other person. You may have to be on the phone with them all night when they're playing the game and when you're just doing not a damn thing. Like, relationships in high school is a waste of time. Don't rush into it. Just don't do it, period. The next piece of advice that I have for you is that seniors coming after freshman girls is real. I can't even stress this enough. If you're a freshman girl, do not believe what a freshman guy has to say to you. If you're walking in the hallway by yourself, you see a freshman guy, he says, "What you doing?" Don't give them time, because the only thing that they want is a cookie, okay? So just don't even pay attention to all that, because it's they are 18, you are 14. Please don't do it. Don't even go there. The next piece of advice I have for you is don't take freshman year too seriously. And when I say this is because you're new, okay? You're 14, you're trying to figure out how to do stuff. You're thrown into this situation where you've never been in before, and you don't want to like burden yourself with all this pressure of trying to straight A's. Yes, straight A's is a good thing, but also take time to yourself and remember that you're new to this. You are in high school, and you just have to take a deep breath and let it all soak in. Don't try and kill yourself under the pressure of trying to take all these advanced classes or trying to be in all these activities at once, because it's just, you're gonna break down from all the pressure that you're putting on yourself. My next piece of advice is start building your college resume early. And when I say this, it means like, because you're going to college, well, you may or may not be going to college, but if you are going to college, you want to have these advanced classes, you want to have these stuff like volunteer work on your resume to make you look good so you can get into the school that you want. And when you're a freshman, you should start like trying to do like important volunteer activities and important organizations, important clubs, stuff like that to make you look good. My next piece of advice is don't stress about midterms too much. At least I know in my school, our midterms did not count towards our final grade. So like you could take your you could completely fail your midterm and it wouldn't affect your final grade. But if you say you got like an A on your midterm and your final grade is already like a B, your A on that midterm could bump your final grade to an A. But if you don't get an A, if you get like a D something, it's not gonna affect you. So that's why I say don't stress too hard about it, but try and study to like do a good job on it. If you're like a person that likes to study and likes to get good tests, like go ahead. But if you're someone that doesn't necessarily do good on tests, don't stress too much about it and just take the test, and it is what it is if it does not affect your grade. But if it does affect your grade, study. Like that's all I can say to you. Like just try your best, but don't try and like have a mental breakdown over a test, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's just one test, and that's all it is. It's just one test. Get involved in your school. That goes hand in hand with the resume thing, but with this, you want to get into sports, volleyball, basketball, soccer, field hockey. You want to get into clubs. Like there's like green team, green club, earth club. There's just different clubs that you could get into to meet new people and also put on your resume. And yeah, you could just find a good way to get into your school community, be involved in your school community, and also make new friends. My next piece of advice is don't go to every football or basketball game, okay? There's always going to be that one person that wants to go to every football or basketball game to show their face and show whatever. But to me, my opinion, you don't have to go to every single one. Like there's other things you could be doing on a Friday night other than going to a football or basketball game. Me personally, I never went to a football or basketball game because my parents are strict, but when I see it on Snapchat, it doesn't excite me. Like unless we're going against our rival, that's like, it doesn't excite me at all. So that's why when I see people that go to the game every single Friday, I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, you can go to the movies, you can go to fucking Dave and Buster's, you can just stay at home and just chill. Like, you don't have to be out every Friday night, but that's just my opinion. And yeah, my next piece of advice is don't be that freshman. And when I say don't be that freshman, I mean, please don't be walking in the hallway slowly. Please don't bring those strolly backpacks and just be dragging it against people's ankles. Please don't be looking nervous and like looking like that where your class is. I know that you're new to this, but just act like regular. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't know, but just don't do what I said, okay? Just don't do that. Just walk with the crowd. Like, if you don't know where you're going, just walk with the crowd and walk around the corners in the hallways, stuff like that, to blend in and stuff like that. Or you go in a teacher's class and you ask them what class it's in. Like, you don't have to stand in the middle of the hallway looking at the door numbers and stuff like you're confused. I mean, you are confused, but don't make it known that you're confused. Is go to orientation during the summer. When I was going to high school over the summer, I think it was like a week or two before school had started, we had went to orientation to like get our schedule and to walk around and see where our classes were going to be. And that actually helped a lot because you could actually, you guys, it's only your freshman class, it's no one else. So you actually get to meet people that are going to be in your freshman class too. And you're walking around trying to find where your classes are together. And when you find your class, you can see the people that are in that class too. So you get like a head start, you feel me? And yeah, So definitely go to your school's orientation during the summer or whatever. But I know that now that Corona and stuff is happening, they might give you guys a virtual orientation, which is not the same, because like, what are they gonna do, carry a camera throughout the school? Like, that don't make no sense to me. My next piece of advice is do not take the main stairs on the first day of school. Okay, the reason why I say this is because for my school, you have these main steps, and everyone just try to pack themselves into those stairs like a pack of sardines every single morning. And it's like so hot, because like, remember, it's like summertime still. Everyone is like, all the bodies is like, you're hot, and then you're gonna start sweating. I'm saying this because it happened to me. Like, I deadass was the one that went through the main stairs on the first day of school. Bitch, I was sweating, bro. Like because there was so many people. It was so hot. I was wearing these long sleeves. Like, it was just horrible. Like, I was really sweating. So that's why I'm telling y'all, don't do what I did and don't go through the main stairways. Try and go through like the side stairs if you guys have any or whatever. But if you guys do have a main stairs, I'm sorry. Like, and my last piece of advice is to build relationships with your teachers. Okay, you could start like as soon as you walk in on the first day of school, like shake their hands. But I feel like your first year, like your 9th grade year, it's important. But like, you have that teacher, so obviously they're gonna be nice to you because you're a freshman, you don't know what's going on. But as your years go on, you want to also connect with your old teachers so that they can also get a sense of who you are outside the classroom. Like, you can tell them what's going on with your life and stuff like that. And it doesn't have to be just they just had you one time and called it quits. Like, you know what I'm saying? And also, as you like, have them like review your essays for like your English class, or like, I don't know, but just try and find ways to interact with them and build a bond with them outside of the classroom, or like outside of what they teach you, so that they know who you are as a person. Because you're gonna need it to your advantage later on if you are going to college and you need those teacher recommendations, and you have that teacher that you can be like, as soon as they be like, oh, you need a teacher recommendation, you like, oh, this teacher can give me a teacher recommendation, this teacher, and this teacher. And that's, at the end of the day, that's all you need, that teacher recommendation to sign your ticket to the school that you want to go to. Yeah, that was my last piece of advice. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave your favorite piece of advice down in the description, and also add a piece of advice that you think that I left out or that you think was also important. And yeah, bye.
Night fucks every day up, every day.